People, it's time for another Instagram Live. The Get to Know Her show today, oh my gosh, I was so delighted to interview Susie Opie and learned a lot about getting older, staying fit, keeping ourselves, mobile and feeling good. Especially now with the pandemic, we're sitting, and more sitting. And it takes a toll. So it was so great to get some really wonderful tips from Susie today on that. And she is going to be joining us shortly. What a great interview. So if you have time, you can go over to Facebook to watch the interview there. I'll also be uploading it, of course, to IGTV. And you can also catch our interviews on YouTube. So there's lots of places to watch, and happy to have you. So I think we've got Susie trying to get on. Here she comes. I see her now joining us. We had a little bit of an internet issue this morning, but here we go. We're good.
Hi.
Susie. Hey, I like that map behind you.
Hey? Yeah.
Beautiful. What is that a map of?
The world.
Oh my God, that's so nice.
It's huge. Just
wow.
Reminds me of where all the places I want to travel to.
Yeah.
When COVID's over.
Yes. I love it.
Thank you.
I would love to travel with you. You'd be an amazing travel buddy.
Yeah? I would like to travel with you. I think you'd be down to do anything.
Yeah.
You'd be like, sure, let's try it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. I totally would. My mom's like that, like we did a lot of traveling, like since my dad's passed away, and she's so chilled out, like she does not get hung up on a schedule or anything. Like that's what, like we were talking earlier about, being, the whole thing with staying mobile and feeling youthful, and really that's part of it too, is just saying yes.
Yes.
To something different.
Yeah. And now look, she can keep traveling with you. It's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta stay mobile. It's very important.
Yeah. Exactly. Susie, you know what I want to talk to you about? Because we had to run and take a pee break before we went to Instagram Live, because we're both drinking our water.
Water.
Yeah. What's your recommendation on how many glasses of water someone should be drinking a day? Is there like a way you figure it out based on your height or your
there's so many factors, and it depends on time of year. If you're working out, how hard you're working out. You might sweat less than I sweat. I sweat a lot. So in the summer after my workouts, I put some salt in my water to help with my electrolytes. But if you struggle, I don't struggle with drinking water. I drink it all day long. Mm-hmm. But if it isn't something you do, I remember we had a challenge once with the fat chicks, and we had them put 8 like elastic bracelets on one wrist. And every time they had a glass of water, they had to move the wrist over to their, if you put them all on your left, you had to move over to your right wrist. So try and get 6 to 8 glasses of water. It helps things flow.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, can I steal that idea as a design idea?
Steal it. It's not trademarked yet.
Well, maybe I could do it in your name.
Okay, bud.
That chick's name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's important. We need water.
Yeah, we need water. And so about the sweating thing, I used to sweat like my head was soaked after a spin class, and now I don't sweat like I used to. So what is all that about? Not enough water?
Your body's changing.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. I don't know if that would have anything to do with it not having enough water. Um, like I work out, one of the girls I work out with in the morning, I'm like, "Have you worked out? Like you don't, you're still very pretty." And I legit look like I just stepped out of a shower because I sweat out of my head. But we're all so different, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe are you doing the same spin class that you're comparing it to that you don't sweat as much anymore?
Yeah, I was like, now I'm working out at home since COVID, but yeah, I'm just remembering, spin classes in my 30s versus, my late 40s, early 50s. I really noticed the sweat factor
Yeah.
going down. Yeah.
Okay. I
Mhm.
think that sweating personally is healthy because it allows you to detox some stuff. But if you're doing the same amount of work, I don't think it has anything to do with anything else other than your hormones and your body is changing a little bit.
Okay, so the not sweating isn't a bad thing. Like if your heart rate's up and you're
Yeah.
doing your thing. Okay.
Yeah. And you feel
Yeah.
good. You feel the same. You don't feel faint or anything like that after, then your body's thermal regulating system is doing its job, right?
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
I would like to sweat less, actually, a little bit. Just, I like that I sweat, but I want to sweat a little bit less. But
Yeah, I always felt like the sweating part of a workout was like this, it was like a reward. It really showed me physically, yeah, you kicked some butt. And now that I'm not sweating as much, I'm doing maybe you didn't try hard enough. Maybe you got to push it
no,
a little more.
look at your
Okay.
heart rate. Measure your heart rate from that, and that's it in your recovery. Not,
Okay.
yeah. You probably
And what,
sweat in the summer too.
yeah. So for our age bracket now, what is the ideal heart rate? I guess people check their heart rate for different things. You can check for fat burning. You can check for um, what is it, the
Cardiovascular,
anaerobic state or what?
anaerobic or aerobic, but I think like as we age, you want to reel it in a little bit. This is what I battle with myself because I always go hard in every workout. So I
Mm-hmm.
reel it in a little bit. So like a loose mathematical way of finding out what your maximum heart rate is 220 minus your age. So that's your maximum heart rate. And I would work within like if you're doing cardiovascular, I'd work in at like 60 to 70% of that. And then lift weights. Like I think it's really, really important for women to lift heavy weight, like heavy, go heavy. If
Mm-hmm.
you have the accessibility to some weights, start lifting weight. It's great for our bones and our posture, muscle mass, burning calories.
Yeah.
And it's if you go too hard, if we do a lot of the like full out anaerobic, like I used to do, even with CrossFit, I do it a lot. It messes with our hormones, so it's not great. So and then taxes the nervous system as well. So sometimes I would do a really hard workout, and later on I'm so tired, like I'm beat. And then I discovered that it was just I've taxed my nervous system.
Okay, so what would that kind of a workout be, Susie? Would that be like, doing jumping jacks with weights in your hands, that kind of thing, or
No, like
what?
for that thing like that would be, uh, a, a sick amount of clean and jerks with burpees, with chin ups or whatever, pull ups. So it's
Right.
a hard workout with heavy weight and under speed. So that's when it would tax my nervous system. And then if I compared it to, okay, I'm going to do 3 sets or 4 sets of squats, and I'm going to lift heavier each set, it's more manageable. I don't feel taxed and tired at the end of the day because I'm not messing with my hormones and my nervous system as much with that up and down of heart rate, maxing them up and down, maxing up and down. I think we need a little bit of that. So I'll do a little bit of that with fat chicks, but because just for our cardiovascular system, but
Mm-hmm.
not too much, not too much of it, and that's a struggle.
Okay.
You got to reel it in a little bit if you go too hardcore.
Okay. And as far as weight training goes or weight lifting, like what is an ideal amount to do for a woman? Like how many reps of something would you do?
I think
Like let's say squat.
it depends on where you're at, and that's like such a lengthy conversation. It depends on where you're at with it, but if you're just starting out, I would, if you do 3 sets of 10 and say your back squats or squats, and keep track of what the weight is at, and then if you're at your 8th, 9th, 10th rep and it's starting to be strong in those, and then see how you feel the next couple of days, and then you're going to up the weight or up the repetition. Depends on what you want to do too. If you want to like build muscle mass, there's a lot involved. But I just think that women are afraid of lifting weight because they don't want to get big.
Right.
Get big and look like a dude. It's just not. It doesn't. I mean, I kind of do, but most women don't. And who cares anyway? Be strong for as long as we can, right? We want to prolong movement until we're 90, not like a poor old lady in Shoppers that had a walker and a cane.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
And it burns more calories. Weightlifting burns more calories.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I love that idea. And it also like, I think it makes you lean, like this whole notion that it's going to bulk you up and all this stuff. Yeah, I mean, it would take a severe dieting whole regime to ever get to that point. The average woman is not going to become a bodybuilder by doing squats.
Yeah, in addition to growth hormones that you could be taking to get huge, it just doesn't happen, right? It just allows all those muscles to hold your bone structure up nice and tall. It gives you better posture, better movement, and strengthens our bones. As women, we have to train a little bit differently, right?
Yeah, I was reading something about training as a woman, and they said, your focus should always be number one on your legs. Keep the legs strong, or I can't remember how they word it, but then they also said arms are very important too, because if you have a fall, you got to be able to push yourself up. I know we're not, but
no, it's true.
Isn't it?
Yeah, no,
yeah, like things like.
I think that in my boot camp, sometimes in Fat Fit, I'm like, listen, I want us to be able to get from the ground to a standing position.
Yeah.
Let's fluidly get up, right? So that we can functional movement. But I believe women are naturally weaker in the upper body. So push-ups and stuff like that are harder. We have to work a little bit harder on that. But core, like work on your core. So Saturdays, my Fat Fit on Saturdays is core and conditioning focused. So we work from the neck to the hips. So glutes, abs, back, all that kind of stuff, because all your power comes from the core. So you can have strong arms, but if you have a weak core, you might not get up if you fall.
Right.
Sitting up, everything you use your core, right? So we want to start beginning the inside and move out to your arms and your quads and your hamstrings or whatever, but start with your core. I think with women, strengthen that core for sure.
Okay, that's good advice. Do you do yoga, Susie?
Struggle with yoga. Struggle
do
hard. Yeah. But a friend of mine, Laura Lee, who I work out with in the morning, she does a live Facebook yoga on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If anybody wants to join, message me and I'll hook you up. So she does it from 8 to 9, free yoga. So I like doing hers because she works out with me and she kind of knows our bodies are both sore in the same places. So she really works on stretching hips and whatever is needed. Hips, really. But I struggle with the quietness of it. Like I like loud music and doing burpees and running and jumping. Like that's what I'm used to. So I'm really working on slowing down and stretching my body. Otherwise,
do you do yoga? I'm like an on and off yoga person, but there was one time where I was doing hot yoga,
Yeah.
and I loved that.
Yeah.
And I loved how I don't know, maybe for the same reason that you loved like the loud music thing. Like there's something about hot yoga where you feel like super energized, but you're also fighting against the heat. Like it's so uncomfortable, but you're like,
Yeah.
oh no, and then it's somehow you just surrender to it, and then you're like in this amazing flow. And
Yeah.
yeah, I love the hot yoga, but it's pretty incredible how quickly our bodies can go from this like flow, easy mobility to cramping up and oh my
Yeah.
God, how come I could do that 2 months ago and I can't do it now? So I loved what you were saying in the live video about like just get going, get started, like go for a walk, whatever.
Right. Get out of your own
Lube,
head.
lube up those joints.
Yeah. Lube up the joints. Eat some grass-fed
Yeah.
butter. Get moving.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm gonna go buy grass-fed butter and make that breakfast you have.
Yeah. It's good. You'll be full like forever. I'm full still, so it's good. I won't eat till dinner.
Wow. Yeah.
I
You
might
don't
go.
do the smoothie?
No,
You don't do the smoothies?
not
No? Do you have a
anymore.
reason for that?
Not really. Like I think if anyone's smoothies, it's great. But I tried. I was putting protein powder in my smoothies, and I'm trying now just to eat like protein from the food source and not a
Yeah.
powder if I can. But every now and then I might. If I have a bulletproof coffee, I'll put some protein in it. But no, I just eat breakfast really. I do like
Yeah.
smoothies in the summer. They're good.
Yeah, they are good.
Yeah.
Well, maybe, yeah, your breakfast, people have to go watch the other interview for that, but
Yeah. Just
I'm gonna try that breakfast.
protein, carbs,
Delicious.
protein, carbs from vegetables, and fat.
Yeah,
That's what I do.
perfect. Susie, you taught us so much today.
Good.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
it's
I
good.
hope
And it's
one.
so timely because this really was the first weekend of it getting a little bit cold, and it's such a great reminder to talk to you and to remember that we got to keep going and we got to keep enjoying outside even when it's minus whatever. Somebody said to me once, there's no such thing as bad weather, there's only such thing as bad clothes. You got to
That's right.
get the
I
right
love that.
gear.
I feel that from you. I just feel that. When the girls
Okay, I'll take
like,
the bracelet idea. You can have that, which I stole from someone else.
fantastic. Good. No bad weather
Oh,
clothing. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, bud.
Oh. Okay, well,
Great.
you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. I'm gonna go mountain biking. I think.
Good for you.
Yeah, I think I'm
Love
going
it.
to. Mhm.
Excellent.
Yeah. What
I
are you
love
gonna
you.
do?
Oh, I'm gonna hunch over my desk and look down at my core and
Yeah. Okay. But
I'm
you're gonna
gonna
get up for a
drink
walk.
lots of water. Yeah. Yeah, I did this morning. I did a big walk and I did a 30-minute workout. So
Oh,
I have lots of work to do today, but I got the energy to push through, get it
fantastic.
done.
I'll keep you posted on the first night walk.
Oh, please. I can't
Okay.
wait.
And
Yeah.
I think I have a headland for you too that you can borrow.
You have what? Oh, the headlamp. Okay, thanks.
It'll be okay if you don't look cool, because it'll be dark.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Fun.
Susie.
But thank you for having me. That was so fun.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We love you.
Love you too. I'll see you soon.
See you soon. Take care.
Ciao, baby. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. So many of you tuned in today, and I am so grateful. The interview with Susie over on the Get to Know Her show, fantastic. I promise to upload that today for you so you can check it out. Thanks for tuning in and taking time from your busy day. You guys are amazing. Your support means so much to me, and I hope you're finding the content valuable and using it in your own lives, and we will all get through this crazy pandemic together. So keep your spirits up and stay positive, and I can't wait to see you back here again next week. Bye for now.